Well, all right, y'all. All across the USC, Compton, Watts, Bay to LA, Pomona, California, from valley to valley, we represent that killer Cali. So if you keeping it real on your side of your town, you tune in to Gangsta Chronicles.
Gangsta Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes.
If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Gangsta Chronicles, this is not your average show.
You're now tuned into the real MC8, Big James, and Big Steel.
This is strictly from the streets.
Hello.
We represent the G's.
I ain't trying to be messy, so we ain't one of them type of shows. But that situation wouldn't have nothing to do with the reason why CNH got that ass with me, would it?
See, it's all related, but what happened after that? So I moved to Atlanta basically because niggas that I knew and loved was killing out each other, and it wasn't coming to an end. It was like really this small ass city. Like just, it's like probably like if a war was going on in Compton that had nothing to do with LA, and it's like a Compton thing. It's like a straight East Oakland thing, and it's a war. And the city's so small, you can't even really like get gas. You can't use a phone booth. You can't stop by your auntie house because everybody know everything. Know where the you be. So niggas is getting it like a nigga who you know this nigga stay on the defense. But somebody walked up to his car and shot him. Who walked up to your car and shot you? Somebody you know. You stay on the defense, and nigga just walk up and shoot you in the car. That's somebody you knew. It started being like that. And it's like, I just felt like, I'm like, man, the way this is going, I'm like, because niggas is in homicide serial killer mode. This niggas out there that's like, I'm trying to get away with a lot of murders right now. I'm trying to kill everybody I don't like. And a bunch of them niggas is roaming the streets. And I'm like, damn, somebody I know is probably going to kill me. And it's just going to be like, for whatever reason, you up because you hang out with them niggas or something.
Yes.
So I was like, man, I sized Atlanta up. I'm like, man, I'm about to go kick it. Where they having a party? It's 93. They having a Freaknik, Jack the Rapper.
Yeah,
I'm like, nigga,
women down there.
The police in Oakland is like wearing me the out. I ain't got no license. These niggas stop me every time they see me. They handcuffing me, searching me, arresting me, releasing me, just with me. And fucking, I go to Atlanta, the police is like, hey, what's up, Too Short? I'm like, nigga, fuck this killing ass, harassing ass shit. I'm about to go enjoy it.
It's a very black city, too. It's like when you go down there, man, it kind of make you feel good because you go down there, you go to a restaurant, you see a black woman in the kitchen actually making your soul food. Nothing against my people. I love everybody, but it's just, you go down to a soul food spot.
It was a different look to see that in the 90s. It was just a different, just to see everything just black and the police department and everybody just it was black love. So I get down to Atlanta. It's 94. The beginning I moved to my house like right at Christmas 93. So it's 94. I'm in Atlanta. And the Luniz, who pretty much all the shit that was going down musically either was inspired by us or, somehow you got the game that I got from Dean, I gave the game to the whole city. I gave everybody the game on how this is what you do. You got to get your shit mastered. You got to go get it manufactured. You got to take it over here to sell it. I told everybody the game. If you can get, you a rapper, if you can find a D-boy with some money, I'll show you how to do it. Chris did the formula. They all did the formula. A whole bunch of niggas. And Chris had brought the Luniz around a while ago. Drew Down, his first album was made in my studio by Ant Banks. So I'm like, I never got a dime off Drew Down's album. I never got a dime from Ant Banks for that. I never got a dime for studio time. That was the homie. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was. Chris artist. Use the studio. Go ahead, man. Yeah, Banks, just pay Banks and hook it up. So the Luniz come out with this song called Player Hater. And the song says, it's some shit about some hater ass motherfucker. And be like, and the song said, that's why the town got rid of Short. And I'm like, these the little homies. I'm like, y'all niggas can't say that. And the radio station played it a lot. They put it in rotation. So I had a song I dropped called Cocktails. And Cocktails was getting a lot of love. The video was dope. It was getting love everywhere. All the cities that was loving me, Detroit, Chicago.
I was banging
the
Cocktails.
Bay wouldn't play it. The Bay radio station wouldn't play Cocktails. And I cornered them. I'm like, so what's the reason why you won't spin it? They're like, well, we more into supporting the local artists, which was some bullshit. I don't know why they turned on me, but it was like, we more supporting the local artists, and you moved to Atlanta, so it's kind of like you out of sight, you out of mind. And, it's nothing personal, but we just promoting the local scene. So that was the beginning of 95. So the Summer Jam, 95, I'm mad now because they didn't support my record. The radio station used to call us when they needed a good look in the community. They called us. They called niggas like me and be like, can you be a part of this event? So the community can know we down. It's a radio station, KMEL 106, but they used to be a rock station in the 80s. So when they started doing hip hop and shit, people was like still on the other station, KSOL. And they had to kind of like do some things to win them over. So people like me showing up to the events helped them start getting listeners, helped them just get certified in the hood. So I was mad that they played the song. Then I was mad that they didn't play my song. So I pull up to the Summer Jam and I just pull up there, and no credentials, nothing. And they like, I performed at the previous 2 Summer Jams. So they like, well, give me some passes. They gave me 4 passes. They running gave me them stick-on passes. Nigga, every time we walked in there, 4 niggas, every time we walked in there, one of the homies went out with the 4 passes and came back in with 3 new niggas. We did that shit till we got like 50 niggas up in there. By the time they realized what we had done, now they want to start negotiating and asking us if we all cool. Y'all. We're like, nigga, we ain't leaving back out. Like, what's up? I'm calming them down. We ain't here to do nothing, man. All you got to do is you got the whole Bay Area out there. You got to walk me and the Luniz out there and tell the motherfucking Bay that ain't no motherfucking beef, because they turned this shit into like the Luniz was so young and gangster that they literally pulled up on me and was like, nigga, you got to move out of Oakland, nigga. Like that. That's what the word went. And I was like, I ain't gonna fight whatever your rumor is. I'm just stand up and tell the Bay that ain't nothing but love between the Luniz and me. Because immediately after the shit came out, they was like, man, we was just mad and it wasn't even like that because we thought you was gonna sign us, or the day when they was over there battle rapping one of my little rappers one day, and we all hyped it like the Luniz lost and Rapping Ron and won. It was feelings hurt. It was like a lot of shit. So that's the story Chris was saying the day at the Summer Jam. He was trying to explain it to us, the story about how they looked up to me and I hurt their feelings and they made the song because it was, they was mad. But then one of my homies was in the room that we chopping it up with, and a lot of niggas don't know the backstory, but the homie and Chris was the same broad at some point in time. And the broad told the other homie, not Chris, she told the other homie that Chris said, I don't even know why you them broke ass niggas, or why you broke ass nigga, like he got more money than the nigga. Pillow talking, which is always get you in some shit. When you sitting there telling the bitch while you laying sideways something bad about the next nigga, somehow the shit always get back to the nigga. Yeah, so the homie was like, Chris was just talking a story. We kind of like, we was trying to work out the thing where we could walk on stage and shit. And the homie just sitting there twitching and shit, looking at Chris tell this fucking story about the Luniz being feelings hurt and shit. And then he just yelled out, ain't even about all that fucking shit, Chris, and just two-pieced him and shit and kicked him in. They turned the story into we jumped him or some shit, but really it was all emotional. The nigga he was only mad about the bitch and what the bitch said. He had been mad about that shit. And I like the other version of the story because they go out a lot and make it seem so gangster. Like we rode up to the concert, 50 deep, dragged the nigga, beat him down and shit. Did not happen. It didn't happen.
Does it make it sound like in the streets that y'all just went up there and mobbed and knocked out
the shit out of it?
The radio station tried to do a slander campaign on me after the concert, and they tried to say, they put the story out there. We did all that shit, like we came up there like started a riot, and they shut the show down early. It was supposed to be like 2 more groups that went on. E40 didn't get to go on that night. They tried to start some shit between me and E40. All this shit came from the whole. It's all like a domino effect. Like literally, the reason why me and E40 make a million songs right now to this day is because of that concert and that incident and the fact that the radio station tried to turn us against each other. And we've been homies for so motherfucking long. E40 and his brother and my nigga P and all them niggas from Oakland, the Vallejo niggas, the Oakland niggas used to all sell dope together and had been family and friends long before the radio station tried to turn me and E40 against each other. It's like a radio station tried to get into like the whole other side of like get involved in some street shit and cancel me out or some shit. They thought they was gonna turn 40 on me, and then 40 and his crew, they big in size or something, they just gonna smash me. I don't know what the they thought. I don't know. And then they thought that they was gonna tell people because they the radio station to stop supporting Too Short. But I'm like, nigga, even though y'all ain't playing my record, the whole damn Bay Area bought the record and everybody loving the album. Like you can't take a street artist like 92.3 The Beat couldn't take a street artist and say, LA, don't listen to this artist no more. Like we don't listen to this nigga because he on the radio. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, I made songs about that shit on my next album. It's called That's Why the Town Got Rid of Short. That's the name of the song. And it tell you the whole story. And I in the story, I told the truth. And literally, I put the album out. That was that the Getting It album? I put the song out.
That song.
Everybody shut up. Nobody started talking. Nobody talked about it no more. Nobody dispute what I said in the story. I put everybody's name in there. I told the whole goddamn story about the 30,000, the movie. It's all in the song. And to this day, nobody can dispute what happened. Like there is no other version of the story.
From the streets to the yard, to the boulevard, gangsta chronicle. Well, all right, y'all. All across the USC, Compton, Watts, Bay to LA, Pomona, California, from valley to valley, we represent that killer Cali. So if you keeping it real on your side of your town, you tune in to Gangsta Chronicles.
Gangsta Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes.
If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Gangsta Chronicles, this is not your average show.
You're now tuned into the real MC8, Big James, and Big Stairs.
This is strictly from the streets.
Hello.
We represent the G's.
You know we represent the G's, never no wannabes.
Gangsters, hustlers, players on the go. Tune in like every week.
If you wanna hear the real, well, you done come to the right spot. Gangsta Chronicle.
Finally get a chance to let the real ones speak. Gangsta Chronicles. What's the word on the streets?